And here's what we're covering today on NBC 10 News at 4. The miracle on the Hudson was made possible by a hero pilot trained to handle a situation just like the one that brought down this airplane.
And a local aerospace simulation company recreates the final minutes of Flight 1549. I'm Doug Schimel. The story next.
Now, the pilot, Chesley Sullenberger, has had decades of military and commercial pilot training for such emergency situations. And there is a training facility in our area that gives us a real-life look at the pilot's heroic maneuvers yesterday. NBC 10's Doug Schimel is live in Southampton with that story tonight. Doug?
Well, they do both aviation and aerospace training here at the NASTAR Center, and one part of every pilot's basic training is what to do when the engines go out.
The captain never wants the ship to go down, right? You never want to see the airplane crash, even in a simulation. It's still something you have to get over.
It's tough stepping into a virtual cockpit knowing you're going to crash.
Start a sim so the IDS is working, so when I turn
But
the knob.
Scott Glazer and the National Aerospace Training and Research Center in Southampton, Bucks County agreed to recreate the last moments of U.S. Airways Flight 1549 after birds reportedly slammed into the Airbus's two engines as it left LaGuardia Airport.
Right about now, we're going to assume that this is where the bird strike happened.
The simulator's altimeter immediately shows the aircraft dropping, and because they had only gotten to 3,200 feet before the hit, U.S. Airways pilot Chesley Sullenberger had only minutes.
I'm going to call air traffic control, New York TRACON, U.S. Airways 1545, declaring an emergency dual bird strike.
At this point, some passengers reported panic in the aisles.
There is a controlled chaos up to the point, but in that cockpit, which is secured, it's a sterile environment. They have their cockpit indicators, which are telling them what to do.
The fuel is shut off to avoid fire, and with Manhattan on one side and New Jersey on the other, the flaps are lowered, and the frigid Hudson River is picked as the only survivable runway.
And at this point, the crew is just focusing on this event as a normal landing, or as normal as it can be, just keeping the airplane under control, making sure they're not going to hit too hard. And there we go.
The plane stays in one piece and afloat long enough for all 155 aboard to survive. Simulator pilot Scott Glazer applauds the real pilot.
To try and put yourself in someone else's shoes in a situation like that, you never can really simulate the, oh my God, I'm going to die kind of emotions that you feel in a real airplane.
Well, the word that keeps being repeated about Chesley Sullenberger was repeated again here today at the NASTAR Center. Incredible. Live in Southampton, Bucks County, I'm Doug Schimel, NBC 10 News.